Pause for a beat. There are two kinds of people in this world, those who sit around waiting for miracles, and those who remember the law. Which law? The universe moves when you move. Your words are the arrow that opens the way. Nothing outside you is stronger than the source living within you. If you're still saying I can't, you're handing your magic wand to circumstances. Try changing one sentence right now. Shift I hope to I decide. Feel the energy flip in your body. That's the first crack where the unseen begins to pour into the seen. You didn't come here to wish, you came to remember what you declare, in faith, begins to arrange itself under grace in perfect ways. The woman who brought this message to the world is Florence Scovel Shinn, illustrator, spiritual thinker of the early 20th century, and author of The Game of Life and How to Play It. Your Word is Your Wand, The Power of the Spoken Word and the Secret Door to Success. She knew loss and misunderstanding, but instead of bowing to reality, she rose with word, inner imagery and intuition, the spiritual keys that turn the invisible into form. Florence doesn't teach you to chase desires. She teaches you to command reality through unwavering alignment of thought, speech, and action, to give you maximum value. This video follows a clear path. 3 core principles: the power of the word, imaging, and vibrational alignment. 2 essential practices: skillful denial of what isn't true for you, an affirmation of your true self, plus a simple 3-step daily ritual. A brief everyday case study so you can watch the law at work, a gentle 14-day alignment plan, under grace with no forcing, no risk. Now imagine starting each morning as the one who already has no more leaky language of lack, spine tall, breath deep, and one clear declaration: I choose what is already mine in the divine design. You're not pretending, you're preparing a space where what is good can find you. The subconscious doesn't wait for proof, it responds to posture. When posture shifts, choices shift, and life's rhythm shifts. Coincidences appear: an email, a call, a door opening. You realize you were never missing anything, you were just out of sync. This isn't mechanical positivity, it's gentle, disciplined alignment, laying down resistance and releasing resentment so the Jericho walls inside quietly fall. Right now, whisper a new word: I decide to align with what the divine has reserved for me under grace in perfect ways. If something in you says yes, keep walking with me. Next, we'll open door number 1, the power of the word, how Florence turns language into a true wand, how to choose phrases that don't leak energy, and a 60-second ritual you can use tomorrow morning to set your frequency for the day. This journey doesn't ask you to become someone else. It invites you back to who you've always been. And when you remember, reality politely makes way. It is done. If you've ever said, I'm trying to believe, let me whisper something very Florence. You don't need to try to believe, you need to remember the law. And the law is simple. The words you speak, plus the images you hold, plus the behaviors you repeat, equals the vibration you broadcast. Vibration goes first, circumstances follow. Success doesn't visit those who wait, it answers those who are aligned. Alignment isn't clenching your body and holding your breath while hoping for good things. Alignment is relaxing your mind, body, spirit into the divine design already prepared for you, and then using your words like a wand to open the way under grace in perfect ways. Here's a gentle mirror we all need. Most people say they want change, but they keep telling the same old story. It leaks out in phrases like, I'm not sure it's fine, or we'll see. The subconscious doesn't listen to intentions. It listens to tone, posture, and the rhythm you live every day. So when you say, I believe, but your shoulders are slumped, your breath is short, and your eyes constantly scan for failure, the subconscious receives one command: keep things as they are. Florence teaches that you don't beg reality, you command it with a clear, consistent signal. That signal is alignment, the thought in your head, the word on your lips, and the action on the ground standing in one line. Ask yourself, are you speaking leaky language? I'll try, maybe, I hope. Sound polite, but they drain your inner current. Change the sentence structure. Shift. I hope I'll find a job too, I decide to open the way for the right, beautiful, safe work to come to me under grace. See how one tiny swap replaces passivity with power. When posture changes, choices change, and life changes. Try this light but solid Florence ritual tomorrow morning. As soon as you wake up, don't touch your phone. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Take 3 deep breaths. Then speak slowly, clearly. I deny every fearful thought that doesn't belong to me. I affirm I am a channel of peace, opportunity, and abundance. Everything unfolds under grace and in perfect ways. Close your eyes for 90 seconds and picture one specific outcome for today. A positive reply to your email, a call that opens a collaboration, an unexpected payment, or simply a wave of calm filling your chest. Don't force the picture. Let it flash like a spark. Finally, choose one micro-action that matches your new identity. Write an email that states your value update, your job description in already having language, or tidy your desk like someone stewarding a project they love. You might push back. What if I speak boldly but results haven't arrived yet? This is a common psychological knot. The fear of looking delusional. Florence would smile. You're not pretending. You're preparing. Preparation is the evidence your vibration sends out. The subconscious doesn't demand proof from the outside. It asks for proof from you. When it feels your gentle consistency speaking, it seeing it, living it, it opens the door you once mistook for a wall. Let me tell you a short story. One of our readers used to repeat, all day long, I just get by. No surprise her budget was always razor thin. She did a 24-hour word audit. Every time too expensive slipped out, she denied it. I refuse to believe in lack. My reality is abundance. Then she affirmed, I welcome the right, beautiful, safe flow. On day 3, she received a refund she thought was gone. On day 7, an old client returned with a new proposal. Small, maybe. Friend, that's what an unblocked flow looks like. Coincidences are simply the material of grace revealing itself. Here's a piece Florence always emphasized: forgiveness and non-resistance. Resentment is like building a Jericho wall inside your chest. The harder you push, the thicker it gets. Instead of fighting, you pull the pin on resistance with forgiveness. I release that person, that situation to their path, and I am released to mine. When you're no longer tug-of-warring with the past, the present has room for miracles to enter. Also, alignment doesn't mean reckless forcing. This is the boundary Florence encodes in Under Grace, your elegant seatbelt. You decide, you speak the word, you prepare as the one who already has, and you keep the door open for how it will arrive. You don't press your nose against the universe demanding your exact timeline. You trust the intelligence of the divine design. The lovely paradox: when you're flexible about the how, what you want often arrives faster and better. How do I know I'm aligned enough? Watch your body. Your body tells the truth. When you speak an affirmation, do you feel warm, spacious, and breathe deeper? You're on the right track. If you feel tight, throat clenched, restless, tweak the words to feel truer for you. Instead of, I am infinitely wealthy while your insides protest, say, I am ready for right, beautiful, safe financial expansion, one step each day. Let the chain of small proofs lift you into stronger affirmations over time. Beware another trap: the waiting for a sign syndrome. People wait for the outside to change before they dare change inside. But you already know inner leads outer. So try a 7-day experiment. Each morning, 3 breaths, 1 denial, 1 affirmation, 90 seconds of imaging, 1 micro-action. Each night, jot down 3 small proofs of flow. You noticed a kind word, a short line at the store, a bright idea. You'll be surprised how your sensitivity rises, and when sensitivity rises, your frequency brightens. Life like a radio catches your signal more easily. Before we open the next door, and know this, you're not walking alone. We are a community that practices words as wands. Drop a comment, I decide now, Under Grace. Add one denial, pause, one affirmation you'll use for the next 7 days. If you've seen a small proof, tell us. Every story is a shining brick. Together we pave the way for those who come after. Now that your words are gaining weight, it's time to open door number 2, inner imaging, where the right picture flashes on its own without strain or vagueness, where 90 seconds can change the direction of your whole day. Walk with me and we'll let the unseen become very specific. It is done. Close your eyes for a beat. Don't strain to see everything, just allow the first frame to arrive. Do you hear the soft ding of an email with good news, or the turn of a key as you step into your new office? Feel the warm weight of the keys to your dream home settling into your palm. Smell the paper as you flip the first page of a contract you've just signed. When a picture gets that specific, the invisible gains weight, and that weight pulls the future toward you. Florence always saw the inner image as the language of the sacred. Words are commands, images are the blueprint. Words without images drift into slogans. Images without words drift into daydreams. But when clear thought, right words, and a flesh and blood picture line up, your vibration becomes consistent, and consistency is the beacon that brings life to you under grace and imperfect ways. Many people fear visualization because they once forced it until they burned out. You don't need to muscle your way into grand dreams. You need a picture specific enough for your heart to believe and light enough for your body to relax. A reliable sign you've got it right. Your breath deepens, your shoulders drop, and your chest warms. The body is a lie detector. Trust it. Try the 90-second LAWW ritual. Look, amplify, walk in. Look. Choose an ordinary scene that happens after your desire has already come true. Not the moment of signing the contract, but the next morning when you set your coffee on the desk in your new workspace. Not the instant the money arrives, but that afternoon when you open your banking app, see the new balance, and smile calmly. Amplify. Add 3 senses. What do you hear? The gentle hum of the AC, the wheels of the elevator cart. Feel the cool wood edge of your desk, the bevel of a business card, and smell new wood, fresh paper, coffee, your amplifying sensation, not craving. Walk in. Don't watch from the outside, step in. Sign your name. How do you hold the pen? Set your backpack down. How heavy is it? Tap the light switch, click. Stay inside that body for 5 to 10 breaths, then open your eyes and keep that rhythm with you. What if my mind barges in and says, this is silly? Use a gentle denial before you image. I refuse to tune into any voice that isn't my truth. Then speak a living affirmation. I'm ready to see what's already mine, reveal itself right, beautiful, and safe. Denial clears the static. Affirmation flips on the light. The image draws the path. A common mistake is picking a picture so far away that your body tightens. When the body tightens, the subconscious hears danger, avoid. Turn the picture into staircase steps. If your target is new income, step 1 might be an email. We received your proposal, let's talk. Step 2, a call ending with, we're in. Step 3, your balance ticking up. Specific rung by rung. A subtle Florence shift trade things for states. We think we want the car, the title, the number. What we really want is calm freedom, enoughness. Visualize the state first, steady breath, quiet heart, easy hands, and let forms choose their own way in. Attachment to objects makes you rigid. Devotion to state keeps room for miracles. Not a strong visualizer. Use sensory journaling. Each morning, write 3 present tense lines, like an entry from the life you're already living. 6:40 a.m. Sunlight on my desk. I open an email that reads, welcome aboard. I smile, hand on heart, grateful. Write short and dense enough for your heart to believe, not for your mind to perform. Your attention filter, the gatekeeper, will start highlighting details that match the picture you're feeding it. You'll happen to overhear a conversation that opens a door or randomly see a post that fits your need. The world hasn't changed personality. Your focus has shifted, So you're tuned to a different station, and tuned differently, you choose differently. To stay tuned, set simple visual anchors, a photo of a minimalist desk if you're calling in deep focus, a pocket affirmation card, a phone lock screen showing 3 journal lines from your future. Don't turn your home into a vision board museum, just a few elegant touch points. When your eyes see it, your hands itch to act. Beware 2 traps. The clock trap. Demanding your picture, become real on your schedule, makes it smell like urgency, and Grace doesn't like that scent. Add this clause under Grace and in perfect ways. The comparison trap borrowing. Someone else's picture and squeezing into it. The subconscious won't cooperate when the outfit doesn't fit. Tailor the picture to your own breath. A quick story. A viewer once obsessed over follower counts. Every morning she visualized numbers jumping. The more she stared, the tighter she felt. We suggested a swap drop. The numbers, keep the state. She pictured finishing a video with a light body. She imagined exactly 3 long, thoughtful comments, thanking her for one specific shift. On day 5, 3 long comments appeared. Then the numbers followed. When the picture moves from proving to serving, the vibration changes, and life answers. Yes, you can visualize big, tangible things. Just install the spiritual safety rail right, beautiful and safe for me and everyone involved. That keeps you from forcing the river. Use this 3-scene template today. After having. What small, ordinary thing are you doing as the person for whom it's already done? Setting a cup down, hanging a coat, saying thank you. Moment of embodiment. One action that only the already owner would take, paying a bill without flinch, locking in a meeting, declining a misfit offer. Grace spilling over. Who benefits from your change? How do they smile? What sound does their gratitude make? 90 seconds per scene. Don't overdo it, quality beats duration. Then ground the picture, drop this in the comments to teach your subconscious a shared language. I see it now under Grace, plus 3 sensory details from Scene 1, 1 sound, 1 scent, 1 touch. Read others' notes and leave 2 hearts. That's how this community passes the torch. We don't walk alone. When one person sees the next, sees more easily. When one person shares their picture, yours brightens. As we speak the same language, clarity and Grace reality politely steps aside and unlatches doors with no names. In the next doorway, we meet intuition and inspired action, how to tell the soul's quiet call from fear's noise, and how to receive your next step, not with panic, but with a small, solid knowing. The image is clear. It's time for your feet to match the rhythm. What's yours will find you under Grace and in perfect ways. It is done. Imagine you're standing at a silent crossroads. No signposts, no traffic lights. Inside, there's a voice as soft as a breath. Turn right now. Instantly, the mind rushes in with 10 reasons to stop. But in the game of life, Florence spoke about intuition is the soul's compass, and inspired action is the step that turns your inner map into an outer road under Grace and in perfect ways. Intuition doesn't shout, it whispers. Fear is loud, hurried, and demands right now. Intuition is gentle, yet final. Fewer words, clear rhythm. Your body is the most honest interpreter. With intuition, your shoulders drop. Breath deepens, palms warm. With fear, your neck tightens. Chest compresses, heart races to escape. You don't force yourself to hear. You make enough quiet to listen. When your word has weight, part 1, and your image has flesh, part 2, it's time to practice the art of listen, receive step. I call it the 3L loop. Listen to the little voice. Locate, confirm in your body and lift your foot, 1 micro step. This morning you hear, send that email, your body loosens, belly warms. You confirm with a living line, I choose the next step that's right. Beautiful, safe, under Grace. Then you lift your foot, write the opening sentence, and hit send within 10 minutes. You don't need to see the whole path. As Florence would nudge, the door opens as you approach it. The first step is the cipher that unlocks the second. Our biggest obstacle isn't a lack of signs, it's the habit of negotiating with fear. Fear asks, "What if it's wrong?" Intuition smiles, "What if it's right?" Fear demands a perfect itinerary. Intuition hands you the next step. Fear inflates risk. Intuition notices the safety of grace. You don't wrestle fear, you dissolve it with a gentle denial. I refuse to tune into noise that isn't mine. Then, a living affirmation, I am precisely guided and I answer gently. A story. Mike, a viewer in Denver, delayed submitting his article for 6 months. Every time he hovered over send, the noise chimed in, "Not good enough." Wait. One day he tried a 60-second ritual hand on heart, a soft denial, a short affirmation, then asked his body, "What's the smallest right step now?" The answer arrived as a feeling reopened the intro. Cut. 3 fluffy lines, send. He moved at the length of a breath. 3 days later, the magazine replied accepted, plus an invitation for a 3-part series. Mike didn't force a manifestation. He listened, received, stepped. Why is inspired action so crucial? Because the subconscious respects consistency. When you speak as the one who already has image, the result, and then step the way that person would step, you close the circuit, no more leaks. And reality, as Florence says, answers. This isn't blind hustle. It's graceful motion, simple action, right timing, true to you. Use the 4D test to tell inspiration from impulse. Delicate inspiration arrives like a breath. Impulse hits like a jolt. Direct inspiration suggests one small do-now move. Impulse screams, do everything. Dated, timely inspiration comes with now feels right. Impulse is tied to FOMO. Distinctly, yours inspiration sounds like your voice. Impulse sounds like someone else's. A common misconception says, if I truly believe things will come by themselves, I don't need to act. Florence would gently adjust the word. Is the command the image, the blueprint and the step, is the hammer that nails it into reality. Action isn't to earn what you want, action synchronizes you with what already belongs to you in the unseen. Action is a ceremony of receiving done with reverence. So, where do you begin? Build a 1% action. Menu. 10. Micro moves you can do in 10 to 15 minutes. Write 1 email book, 1 appointment. Refresh your LinkedIn summary. Tidy your desk for 12 minutes. Record a 60-second voice note to a potential collaborator. Take a 7-minute walk to change stations before an important call. Each morning, after 90 seconds of imaging, draw one at random and do it on the spot. The subconscious loves simple rituals repeated. Worried about risk, install. Florence's safety valve under grace. Before any step whisper, if this isn't my way, let that door close softly and let the right door open. That's not doubt, it's humble wisdom. You don't control the universe, you cooperate with the divine design. Another trap: I'll act when I feel confident. In truth, confidence is the reward, not the prerequisite. You act with a tremble, but within a ritual and safe bounds. Then your body learns. We are safe. Each repetition quiets the fear circuit just a bit. Gentle habit science where the nervous system settles, life opens. And a very Florence reminder. Prepare before there are signs. Preparation isn't 10 steps at once. It's making room for the good. Clear a drawer for new contracts. Draft a clean about me email template. Practice a gracious no for misfit offers, so there's space for the right yes. Preparation is a still but mighty declaration. I am ready. One more story for your heart. Ava in Austin dreamed for years of hosting a small art healing workshop. Each time she was about to post the invite, she shrank back. We staircased the action. Day 1, write a 150-word description. Day 2, record a 60-second voice share. Day 3, send it to 3 friends with 1 question. What lands for you here? Day 4, post a story from inspiration, not sales. Day 5, open a form for the first 5 seats. Result 7 sign-ups. 3 asked to hold a spot for the next cohort. Ava realized she didn't need giant courage, just small steps that carried the breath of grace. Before we move on, step into our practice community in the comments. Right. I follow guidance under grace. Add 1% action you'll take in the next 24 hours. Then respond to at least 2 people with a brief blessing. When you witness another's action, you strengthen your own action circuit. Because we do not walk alone. When one person obeys guidance, the river shifts for all of us. As enough of us take small, grace-filled steps, we start seeing nameless doors swing open by themselves. Next, we'll touch door number 4, releasing obstacles, forgiveness and non-resistance. This is where those inner Jericho walls, resentment, rivalry, self-judgment are removed, not by hammers, but by living words and an open heart. Untie the energetic knots, and the current doesn't need pushing. It returns on its own. Walk with me. And remember, the next step is right beneath your feet, light, simple, true to you. It is done. Here's the quiet key that unlocks heavy doors. Remove obstacles with forgiveness and non-resistance. If the word is the command, the image is the blueprint, and intuition is the compass then. Forgiveness and non-resistance is the tender motion that pulls out the invisible nails pinning you to the past. You can speak the most beautiful affirmations, draw the brightest inner pictures, and catch the clearest signals, but a single ember of resentment, a thread of envy, or a fist of self-judgment will clog the river like driftwood. Florence reminds us Jericho's walls didn't fall because people hammered harder. They fell when the right frequency, right word, right rhythm rang out. Forgiveness is that sound. Non-resistance is that rhythm. Look straight at the psychology of resentment. It offers the sweet taste of, I'm right, a counterfeit power to hide the ache of, I was hurt. Clutch, I'm right. And the heart closes. When the heart closes, intuition grows hoarse. When intuition goes hoarse, your steps grow heavy and you call it stuck. Forgiveness doesn't acquit harmful behavior. It frees your energy from the hook that's been suspending you. You're not legitimizing the wrong. You're reintegrating yourself. Integration clarifies your signal, and when your signal clarifies, life answers. Try a very Florence forgiveness ritual, short, real, and embodied. Sit upright but soft, one hand on your heart, one on your belly. Breathe deep. Whisper a gentle denial. I refuse to carry words of accusation for one more day. Then a living affirmation, I release that person, that situation to their path, and I am released to mine under grace in perfect ways. Picture a fine thread between you and them. Don't slash it in anger. Simply open your fingers and let the thread drop quiet as a feather. Let your body confirm a natural sigh, shoulders lowering, warm palms. That's the sign of an opening door. Now practice non-resistance. Non-resistance is not surrendering to fate. It's refusing to spend sacred energy fighting what is. When something arrives, acknowledge it instead of judging it. This is happening. I choose to respond from peace. When you stop thrashing against the current, your arms are free to swim to shore. Non-resistance separates the situation from the old story, so you can grip the present and act at the right time under grace. A common myth says, if I forgive, I'll be weak. The opposite is true. Forgiveness returns your power to choose a response instead of being yanked around by old triggers. Anger left unprocessed hardens into bias. Bias layered over time becomes fate. Forgiveness cuts that causal chain so you can make a new life inside this life, a creation instead of a repetition. You'll know you've forgiven when you can name the old story and your body stays soft, your voice stays warm, and your mind no longer needs to win. Try the envy detox. Turn envy into the evidence. Each time your heart twinges seeing someone with what you want, speak a pure Florence line. The good I see is addressed to me, and I sign for it under grace. Envy feeds the feeling of not enough. Transmuted envy feeds the feeling of my turn. After that sentence, add 1% action. Send the portfolio, submit the application study for 10 minutes so your body knows you're not just talking. And don't forget self-forgiveness. Self-judgment is the tightest wall of all, often disguised as high standards. Write yourself a short 3-part letter. 1. Acknowledge the fear. 2. Honor the effort you have made. 3. Commit to the next small step. Example: I know I backed away because I feared rejection. I also recognize I stayed with the work and treated people kindly. Today, my next small step is to send 2 collaboration invites. This isn't a free pass, it restores you to the seat of choice, not the bench of judgment. A story for your heart. Jordan in Portland carried a stone of resentment toward a former partner who left during a hard season. Each time a new bid neared the stone grew heavier. He tried a Jericho week 5 minutes nightly. Write the person's name list, 3 good things learned from the rupture, then declare, I release you to your path. I am free to continue mine under grace. On day 4, he'd randomly met a new collaborator at a cafe, soon a far better partner. Not hazy magic, just the energy field no longer stuck. Watch for the subtle trap of conditional forgiveness. I'll forgive when they apologize. That hands your freedom to the outside world. Unconditional forgiveness isn't about letting them win. It's about winning the court case inside your own chest. If you're not ready for the wide-open door crack it today, simply allow that there are pieces you don't yet see and give permission for clarity to arrive when it's right. Even that is a step. Remember healthy boundaries. Non-resistance doesn't mean permitting harm. You can forgive and draw a clear line. I won't continue this form of collaboration, and I wish you well. A boundary isn't a wall. It's a gated door. You choose who enters and when. Good boundaries make forgiveness durable because you're no longer bracing for the same old pattern. Bring it to earth with a 7-day 3-step unblocking. 1. Spot the hook. Write 3 recurring lines you say about a person's situation. They always. 2. Gentle denial plus living affirmation. I refuse to carry this story in my body, then I choose freedom and order under grace. 3. Reconcile with reality. 1 small act: tidy the shared folder, repay an energy debt, apology email, finish the lingering task, or cancel the appointment that no longer serves. 1 a day, no cramming. Flow love, steady rhythm, and always keep the red safety thread under grace. When you forgive a deed, let this unfold in the best way for all. When you set a boundary, let my words carry warmth and clarity. When you loosen an old hook, I trust the divine design. These whispers cushion you from old reflexes. Daily practice words with weight and 1% actions in right timing. Everything under grace for safety and staying power. Walk with me. Light, slow, steady. And remember, when you release life escorts you back to the right river, it is done. 14. Day. Vibrational discipline from it is done to. It is unfolding. You've already honored the word, nourished the image, listened to guidance, and cleared obstacles. Now fold them into a living rhythm, gentle enough to sustain, clear enough for your body to trust. 1 focus each day, 3 touch points, morning, midday, evening, plus 1% action. All under grace in perfect ways. Day 1, clarity morning. 3 slow breaths, hand to heart. Soft denial. I refuse to tell the old story. Living affirmation. I choose goal X under grace. Write 3 present tense lines from after it's done. Midday 90 seconds. Imaging the morning after scene of your future self. Evening list 3 small evidences you noticed today. 1% action. Refresh your bio description to match your new identity. Day 2. The power of the word. Morning language audit for 24 hours. Swap hope /we'll see /can't. For I decide. I choose. I'm willing. Midday speak your core affirmation 3 times in the mirror standing tall. Evening, write 3 gentle denials for 3 leaky beliefs and 3 living affirmations to replace them. 1% action, Send one email DM that clearly expresses your value. Day 3. Imaging. Morning a 90-second LAW ritual. Look, amplify, walk in, using 3 senses. Midday, set a visual anchor, lock screen image, a line on your wall. Evening, write 3 present tense future journal lines. 1% action, 12-minute tidy, so your space matches already owner. Day 4. Guidance morning asks softly, what's the smallest right step now? Confirm in your body, gentle, simple, timely, true to me. Midday. Take that 1% step within 10 to 15 minutes. Evening, capture one whisper you heard and how it felt in your body. 1% action schedule, a meeting, or make a warm outreach. Day 5. Forgiveness morning thread release ritual. I release X to their path. I am free to continue mine under grace. Midday, detox envy into evidence. The good I see is addressed to me. Evening, write yourself a 3-part letter. Acknowledge fear, honor effort, commit to one small step. 1% action, repay an energy debt apology, email, or finish a lingering task. Day 6. Embodiment. Morning. Choose one gesture of the already owner, clean fit, upright desk, posture, clear voice. Midday, add a small bill without flinching. Tell your subconscious it's safe to let value flow. Evening, body check while affirming, soft, warm, deep. Adjust the wording to feel true. 1% action, decline one misfit thing to make room for the right one. Day 7. Vibrational Sabbath. Conscious rest, morning gratitude only. No goals, no pushing. Midday, 15-minute walk, no headphones, let the mind settle. Evening, a week 1 wrap in 5 bullets. What I learned, evidences, what to drop, what to keep, what I softly expect. 1% action, silence, notifications from 3 noisy sources. Day 8. Amplify morning. LAW. Again with an up-leveled scene, level 2. Midday. Give thanks in advance. Thank you for. Evening list, 3 ways others benefit from your success. Open the blessing channel. 1% action, create a small resource for others, template checklist. Day 9, environment consistency, morning, 10 minutes curating your workspace/phone so only elegant touch points remain. Midday lock, a daily 25-minute golden block for your core project. Evening prep templates for repeat flows, intro, email, bio rate card. 1% action use, today's golden block. Day 10, casting the burden. Morning burden. I hand you to divine wisdom. I'm ready for guidance. Midday, whenever worry rises, whisper under grace, breathe, drop the shoulders. Evening list, 3 things you don't need to control. 1% action, delegate, or drop one non-core task. Day 11. Value and service. Morning list, 3 measurable values you bring. Midday, share 1 serve. First proof later. Nugget. Evening note, 1 response you received as evidence. 1% action, warm follow-up to someone who engaged. Day 12. Gentle courage. Morning. Pick 1 call or task you've been avoiding. Time box, 12 minutes. Midday, do it with the ritual, breathe, deny, affirm. Evening, self-embrace. I see you took the step, 1% action. A small treat, walk tea. Day 13, graceful acceleration morning. Identify 1 leverage point, low effort, high lift. Midday, a 1% move on that lever. Evening, scan for energy leaks and patch 1 small point. 1% action, streamline, 1 process. Day 14, receiving ritual morning. I am ready to receive what already belongs to me under grace. Open your hands, breathe deep. Midday, write 5 after having lines as if you're living them now. Evening gratitude write list, 14 evidences from the 14 days. Set a soft intent for the next 14. Keep the rhythm, no forcing. 1% action, send a specific thank you to a person/resource that supported you. Safety valves. Whisper these before big decisions, money or contracts. Does this bring ease to my chest? Is this the smallest step I can take today? If this isn't the way, please let the door close softly. If this is right, please let the right door open clearly. May all parties benefit in right, beautiful, safe ways. When you slip off the wave, troubleshoot. If you spoke from lack, pause, breathe one gentle denial, plus one living affirmation, then a 1% move within 5 minutes. If discouraged, reread your small evidences. Call a practice buddy. If overwhelmed, return to one daily ritual, often the 90-second LAW, and take a conscious rest. Community invitation for staying power. Comment in English. I walk the 14 days under grace. Add your single focus and the 1% action you'll take in the next 24 hours. Choose at least 2 people and leave a short blessing. We're not just building our own road, we're laying a bright path for one another. Doorway to the closing. When this 14-day rhythm settles into your body, you're ready for the conclusion, where we weave everything into a living declaration, the power of the word, the blueprint of the image, the compass of guidance, the flow of forgiveness, and the cadence of disciplined vibration. It is done isn't a pretty phrase, but a state you carry each morning. In the closing, you'll receive an inspiring message, a gentle CTA, and a comment prompt to seal the circuit of grace. Walk with me, light steady under grace. It is done. Place your hand over your heart and whisper softly, I remember the law. I choose to live in the divine design under grace in perfect ways. This journey hasn't been a string of hacks, it's a gentle order. The word sets the command, the image draws the map. Intuition holds the compass, forgiveness and non-resistance. Clear the current and vibrational discipline turns. It is done into, it is unfolding. When these 5 pieces lock together, you stop chasing. You simply walk with gratitude and clarity and reality, like a courteous friend makes room. Florence would remind us, you don't pry open a flower, you give it light, water, and space. Your small daily rites are that light, one gentle denial to mute the noise, one living affirmation to turn on the lamp, 90 seconds of imaging, so the heart can believe one 1% step, so the body remembers one moment of forgiveness, so energy returns to flow. Woven together, they create momentum, light, steady, durable. If you're still unsure, let the little proofs carry you an unexpected call, a window of opportunity, a peace that comes without a reason. Those aren't accidents. That's your wave matching life's wave. You don't have to believe everything, yet just be honest about your next step. Big faith is braided from very small threads. Before you leave, help us seal the circuit. Drop a public declaration in the comments in English. It is done under grace. Add 1% action you'll take in the next 24 hours and one small proof you've noticed in the last 7 days. Then pick at least 2 people, tap a heart, and leave a blessing. When you witness their step, you strengthen the new path in yourself. If today's message met you where you needed it, subscribe and turn on the bell. Not for the algorithm, but to build a practice community where each week you receive a short ritual, a powerful line, and a simple map so you don't lose rhythm. Share this video with someone who needs a gentle light. Sometimes their miracle begins with the link you send. Take this night ritual with you. Sit upright but soft, breathe 3 deep breaths. Say, I set down the burdens of the day under grace. Write 3 small evidences you saw today. Whisper, tomorrow. I move 1% toward the light. Smile and sleep as the already owner. When the evening closes right, the morning opens differently. You don't need to become someone else. You only need to loosen what you're not. When you remember, the way opens. When the way opens, walk light steady under grace. It is done.